Alright, so the project today is I finally found some chicks at a local feed store. I don't know about everyone else, but we were having problems finding them, seeing as everyone's terrified of eggs disappearing and buying chickens this year. So we got the chicks up at the house right now, which is fine, but I don't really have a crate to put them in. So I got some mesh wire with a 1/2-inch gap so they don't fall through. And I was going to get 2x4s, but I decided to do something else. Because when you staple this mesh wire, you got to get those little poultry staples and nail them in. And sometimes they rip, and so I kind of had another idea. I was going to take that wire and put it between two of these, I guess they're 1x3s, so that I'll screw these together and hold the wire. I knew that was going to happen. Alright, I got two 4-foot sections here done for the most part. I said I was going to make this 4x4, but then I realized my fence is 3 feet, so I wanted one solid piece across the top. Otherwise I'd have to cut one. So I'm going to make a 3-foot section here, and then we'll kind of put it together. Alright, I got all my sides done here. So this is 4 feet this length, and then it's 3 feet wide here. So what I'm going to do is cut a piece of wire to run on the inside for the flooring, and then I'm going to cut these pieces out and put them in, and it should clamp that down. But I kind of have another idea how to secure the floor in here. But I'm going to cut a piece, set it up in here, and then I'll put these sides on. So I'm going to take this piece of wire that came with it, and I'm going to attach the bottom kind of to the sides, and I'm going to weave it, and let's see if that holds up. Okay, so I've kind of been sitting on this project for a little while. I had to run out and get more 1x3s. And last time what I was doing was I had the floor set in here, and I was trying to run a wire between these, the bottom and the sides, and that was a nightmare. So what I did here instead was I took all the bottoms off of the sides, and I took this wire here and I tucked it under that 1x3 and then screwed it in. So rather than trying to find a way to nail that or tie that in here somehow, I have it screwed to this bottom sidewall. So I like that a lot better. That's not going to tear. It's going to keep the mice and rats and snakes and stuff out. So it's kind of what I'm going with here. And I got that whole side done. I just got to finish this one corner. So let's get this whole project done. All right, so all this base here is done. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't see anywhere a rat could get in here or a snake or something. So all this wire's tucked in, nothing can get in here. Nice small holes, so this is good. So now I just got to get a lid on here. I'm gonna do the same idea, I think, and get some hinges maybe. Do something that opens, so let's try that. Yeah, that lid's a little big, but I think it's all right. I'm just gonna lift it up when I grab the feeders and the waterers out anyway. I was gonna cut this wire off, but it actually gives me something to grab onto, so I'm gonna leave that there. And that's the factory side, so it's not that sharp. So, but yeah, this thing is basically good to go. I got it all sealed up, perfect. The only other thing I got to do is find a spot to put a heating lamp. If I run the wire in there for the heating lamp, I kind of need to be able to fit the cord in there somewhere. So I got to figure that out. Okay, I got my idea for the heat lamp. I already got it done. My battery died here, so I just kind of notched a hole right here so I can run the wire in. This is the lid, so that'll just sit over the cord to the heat lamp. Then I also put this piece of wood in here. That's just something for me to clamp onto with the heat lamp. So I can clamp it here, and then the heat lamp will be over top of them. So this project's done. This is good to go. We just got to bring down the chicks. Alright, I finally got this project done. Sorry, you guys. I'll talk quiet. Finally got this project done. Got these guys in here. I think we got 34 chicks. We got 12 sex links, 12, I think they're called Brahmas. And then I got 10 meat birds, and they're all white there. I think they're like the Cornish crosses or something. Yeah, there's probably too many birds in here for this size of a crate, but this should last them probably a couple weeks at least until I can figure out where else I'm going to put them. I'm not going to hook the heat lamp up either because they got quite a few feathers already and it's 60-70 degrees out. So you can see I added some 2x4s for legs here too. I just wanted to get them off the ground even more in case there's rats in here or something. It's also a good height. I don't have to reach down and bend over too. But I'm glad I made something like this because I really didn't have anything to keep chicks in. So I'll use this next year and for many more years. So these guys are ready to start growing.